in the morning. So sit back and hear what's going in the morning. I'm dead. Sit back and hear what's going in the morning.
Hey everybody, it's Gordy in the morning. We did our intro. If you watched it, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Tell me if you liked it. Yeah, it was kind of fun doing it. We might do another one, I don't know. What I'm going to be doing is, we got a little bit left on that 93 Dodge Spirit, and we're going to go ahead and send out one this next Sunday with the drive shaft, brakes, rotor, and stuff like that to get that done. I just wanted to say, hey, we got some good weather here in Iowa. Ain't no better state than Iowa. Everybody knows that. I mean, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people think that way. And beautiful day out. We're gonna thinking about doing my style t-shirts with no collar, the sleeves cut out. You ever interested in getting something, I might put Gordy in the morning on them, and just have to let me know if you're interested in that. Wouldn't be very much, so I'm not here to make a killing. Maybe a couple dollars, just teasing, whatever. So we're gonna do that. We've got some other things going on. I've got a 66 Mustang I'm gonna get in here in probably another couple weeks. We're gonna start on it, and then finish up putting the fenders on the 55. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right. And we're back. We're gonna go ahead and get that drive shaft in this morning. It arrived early this morning, and we're gonna get right with it. Take this nut off here. We got it popped in there, and hopefully it is the right one. We want to bend this down as far as we can. Pop it in there. Sometimes rubber mallet helps you out a little bit. Don't damage the threads or anything. All right. Alright, she's in there. I always like to kind of get that nut on there as soon as possible. And gotta find that washer. You put your washer on. Comes with a brand new nut and everything, so that's a good deal. Now, I always set my impact at, you can put them on by hand, but I've been doing these for years. I kind of know where to do it at. Right there. You know, I've really never had any troubles with them ever. There is a torque for it. I kind of used to abide by all that. I've just done them so long now, I don't really believe that I need it. If you're just starting out, you might want to know, where you're at on it. It'll be another nice day. Hard to believe how nice the weather is. Crazy to me. And we're gonna go get a real hammer. we've had gnats like crazy lately, and I've been using vanilla to kind of keeps it from biting you. Hopefully they're not as bad today. But yeah, they can be a problem. They make you itch and scratch and swell up. All right, pin is on. Okay, so we got that all in there. The next thing to do is we'll have to put our bolts in here. I just like to do that, get it started in, and get our bolts ready. The two big bolts here. And so they went in this way. Now whether we can get to go down far enough, I don't know. Let's see. Sometimes you get it down far enough, and then maybe I'll have to get a bigger pivot bar. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna get something a little bit better than that. A bigger screwdriver for one thing. Get that bolt started in. Hang on to it. Alright. We want to get this down to where we get a bolt started. We want to get this down to where we get a bolt started in it. And there, it can be tough to do. Sometimes you just get a little bit. I got it started. Let me see if I can run it in. So we go in the right direction. Right in there. That's a good thing right there. So, there's one. Man, I wish you'd be able just to push it in like that. Run this one in too. Don't pound them in. Because you're gonna mess them up if you do. You have to be retapping the threads. So yeah, that's on there. Good deal. So I'm gonna turn that just a little bit. You can see it. So let's go ahead and get the nuts on there. Draw it up. In fact, I'm gonna spray a little WD-40 on them again. Every little bit helps. It's probably going to need the struts replaced eventually, but we're going to get it to where it runs. Something on there, and camera out of the way. My wrench on there. Sorry about that. Good we didn't break the phone or nothing. Had a gust of wind come through. So we're gonna get it back up on there. That's what happens. That's what happens in real life. None of this fakes the shit they're showing on TV here. Here we go. So I got her on there. May have to make that bottom a little heavier. There's always something you gotta do, no matter what. All right. So we got one of those on there. And now I got it tight while you guys was on the floor. I finished with tightening that bolt. And we're gonna tighten this one up here. That's good. This gun here on second puts out 105 to 110 foot-pounds, which is plenty. And you know what I did? I forgot to put that clamp on. So yes, I can make mistakes. I don't like to admit to them, but I can. I'm gonna back it out real quick. Not a big deal, but it did. Try to do it right. If you got leftover parts, probably not do it as good as you could have. I know some stuff's over-engineered. I know that from putting engines in cars and trying to get to bolts that are impossible to get to. And sometimes they don't get to go back, but for the main part, I try my best to get everything back. And hopefully, gravity is a big problem doing mechanic work. If it's gonna fall, you know it's gonna fall every time you're doing something. So let's put it in forward gear. Let's do this again. Here. Alright. Calipers give me a fit. There we go. Alright. We got it on right. Alright, so now we got that on there. So these calipers, I've got the special tool for them. I don't know if you can try to put it to where you can see this. I think that's good right there. Okay, so on my dang tool, I'll head it out. For the simple reason I knew I was going to be using it. But when you're doing a job, you can get all kinds of tools out. You know, I mean, here it is. And you get to the point where, all right, time to re-clean them. And let me throw this in a little bit more. Hopefully we can fit this in there. It won't. Well, what I'll do is I got this one here, and it twirls off, and you can flip it around. So I had people come by today. They couldn't get the code right for that 55 Ford. And so, so they had this machine that, what it does, it scans the paint, and then we can get it as close as we can to match it. And what I'm doing is just spraying the back of the box where the box is going to meet, and the back of the cab where the box is going to meet, and then some places on the fender so that it will, you won't have to worry about getting in there or taking the box back off. So this tool works great. It compresses it good. And that's what you want. You want it to get it to, you don't have to overdo it as long as the I've had brake pads though that you could buy new, and maybe the cheaper ones. I don't know if it makes any difference or not, but I've had new ones that I've had to grind down. It just wouldn't fit. So when they form that metal, sometimes they get off on their tolerances, and sometimes you just have to. Approaching the time now to where, make sure that thing's seated in there good, and it is, where it's time to put our brake pad on. So, brake pads are down here at the bottom of my cart. So, I believe here go there. Okay, so this will go in the inside. So them slide in really nice. That's what you want, just like that. And you just kind of let them sit there. Then I'm gonna get my rotor. They come in boxes. These rotors do, like that. Bust them out. And what they do is they come in this plastic bag, and what they do is they put oil on them or some kind of lubricant. And what you got to make sure you do is, I'm just going to hold it up and do it so you can see. You got to brake clean up, get all that oil off. If you don't, when you first drive it, it's going to smoke and look like something's wrong. And you don't want to do that. Have a customer come back on you, which I don't have any customers. I just film this to show people how to do some of the older stuff. So I just let it drip there, and we'll put this on just like that. Make sure your pad, make sure don't ever put your metal up against it. It can happen. Been there, done that, got in a hurry. Went and test drove it, and guess what? Put it on backwards. So it can happen. I don't care how good a mechanic you are. You get in a hurry with something, you're going to have problems. So I've always kind of tried to slow down a little bit, get it done right. These things here, as long as they push you in, you're good. But they've got to push in. You won't get the caliper on. So, when we got that, I kind of reach around here, push one side in, and with the other. Very hard to get to, but if I can do it with these fingers, anybody can. Okay, so we got her up on there. Boom. Now, don't want to let go if you don't have to. So, now we're at the point to where we can get our bolts in here. You can kind of fill the holes if you wait over it a little bit. You'll fill it. Just turn it and start it by hand. Don't run them in there just because you think it's lined up, or you'll ruin your whole day. You'll have to try to tap it and end up buying a whole more expensive deal. And you don't want to do that. I'm going to turn this a little bit so we can see it. There it goes. These are like little 10 millimeters, I believe. I believe I got a ratchet set up for it. And I do. So, on my ratchet, it's a snap-on. When I was in the dealerships, all I ever had, Snap-on, Mac, or Maco. And, they're a good quality tool. All of them are. I like them all. But I seem to have better luck with Snap-on than some of them. Not always. But you don't want to you want to snug them. But you don't want to Or tighten them, because those little bolts will snap. And then you're again back to stage. Okay, so I don't have any of those little clips put on there, but that's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. So I'm going to hit her a little bit, just a little bit. It'll be fine. Okay, that's kind of where we're at on this. I'm just going to put the tire on, and that's it for this car. I may have to add some transmission fluid to it, but that's about it. Looks like about maybe a half a quarter less, so we'll go on from there. I'll see you in a bit.
Hey everyone, this is Gordy in the Morning Show. I just want to give a shout out to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day, and have a dang good weekend. And remember, I'm rooting for you.